Hello, hola, bonjour, and namaste. Welcome to another video on the Naga Bros channel. Remember to pound the like and subscribe buttons, and if there isn't anything else, let's get right to it.
Today, we will be discussing the medicine of the future, mushrooms. You may be wondering how a plant as simple as this could really be a medicine, but they actually have a lot of healing potential for the mind. Stay tuned to find out more about this curing formula and the creators of it, MindMed. First, let's think about what MindMed actually focuses on. MindMed is not only significant because they use mushrooms when preparing medical drugs, but are also important because they target problems that are known to have no common and absolute cures. Some of these things include anxiety, addictions, and ADHD in adulthood. Let's start with the anxiety portion of MindMed. We all know that anxiety is a large thing that plagues our world today. It is known to have more than 40 million people over the world suffer from heavy duty of this disease, and this number is only rising. Thanks to social media and coronavirus, images, financial positions, isolation, and fear of the unknown have all become prominent sources for anxiety. Another thing that adds to this problem is the lack of solutions. Current day solutions include taking antidepressant pills and going into therapeutic practices, but these answers only mask or cover up slash procrastinate the problem. Antidepressants only temporarily stop sadness, with, and withdrawing from them can have serious symptoms and can create an even worse sense of anxiety, while many therapies just create a guess and check method of solving the problem. Some therapies are effective, but finding the right one can consume a major portions of one's precious life and will waste a lot of their time that can be used for something that is a better outlet of focus.
Hold up, bro. You've only been talking about why current solutions for anxiety are poor and how pressing of a concern this is. I want to know about how MindMed's actual medicine works and how it's better than the previous practices.
Bro, MindMed's main focus is called Project Lucy and is an LSD assisted therapy. This therapy uses mushrooms and a drug to kind of free the mind from its anxieties. It is similar to, say, taking laughing gas before a dental operation to knock you out and create a state of mind in which there's almost no control over the body and no pain. MindMed's medicine is a calmer and less harmful method of this. It basically gives these people a drug that involves the medicine sending signals to the brain saying that more LSD should be released. LSD is basically a chemical that increases brain communication and supports speech therapy by freeing up the brain and stopping inhibitions, or things that restrict people from talking naturally, honestly, and freely. This way, the patient can ease into the feeling of being free from anxiety bit by bit with the help of this drug. It has already been proven to have a very high success rate from clinical trials with humans and is almost ready to be released to the general public. Fun fact, if you're familiar with the stock market, you may have also heard about investing into the MindMed stock. This is because since the MindMed medicine is about to be released, many want to invest in it as a quick way for money, as more money coming into the company means more money goes out to money lenders like stock investors.
Following the solution to anxiety, MindMed also focuses on addiction and adult ADHD, which we'll be talking about now. We can start with addiction. Addiction is, as we know, a pertinent problem today. It concerns obsessiveness over a multitude of things, including alcohol and drugs. In fact, over $500 billion are spent in the US just in a single year on opioids, which are a type of drugs. Luckily, labs at MindMed have a solution that they are developing on how to combat this. This is known as the 18-MC medicine. It uses a prime ingredient known as ibogaine, which is popular for its anti-addiction effects on the brain. The downside is that ibogaine is known to cause potential heart attacks, so it's not commonly used and it's usually frowned upon. Ibogaine is usually made from a root from West Africa iboga shrub, which is where it gets its deadly properties from. But MindMed has found a way to create this substance without using this harmful root. This new substance has been named, you guessed it, the 18MC. The 18MC works by changing the brain's reward and pleasure information center. It sends signals to the brain and tells it that drugs and alcohol should not be associated with happiness and pleasure, therefore resulting in the loss of interest to continue to use substances. Finally, we can talk about MindMed's final project, attempting to fix ADHD, an attention disorder in adulthood. There are more than 10 million adults in the US alone suffering from ADHD that we know of, and many more to come. That is why people have attempted to create solutions in the past. But sadly, these solutions can be highly addictive and have harmful long term effects, so they aren't commonly used. As we're going to learn, though, scientists at MindMed have figured out a solution giving microdoses of LSD. We talked about some of the properties that LSD has in the brain before, combating anxiety. But LSD also had the potential to increase focus, increase creativity, as well as improve your mood. These doses are given in small portions, so instead of putting the patient in a half asleep state, like the anxiety cure, they give it in a quantity so that the patient is still awake. This way, the patient can experience a time of lesser severity of ADHD for a little while, allowing their body to get used to this. This method has been clinically proven to work, similarly to the past two treatments, so we know that this is true. Now that we went over all the things we were going to talk about today, we wanted to leave you guys with some questions to think about after this video.
Firstly, do you think that LSD can be used to cure other diseases with its healing and stimulative properties? If you do, what diseases do you think can be cured, and what qualities of LSD can help cure these diseases? Secondly, do you think that if humans figure out how to completely replicate the brain, that all medicine will become irrelevant? Do you think that dysfunctional parts of our mind would just be replaced? And lastly, do you think that MindMed is to be trusted? If you think about it, it seems like their treatments are all based on drugs. They're also on the edge of something dangerous, as if ibogaine, the root, can cause heart attacks. How do we know that 18-MC can't? All right, guys, that's all for today. Remember to leave your answers to the questions down in the comments below. If that's all, we'll see you next time.